Hello. Yeah. Hello, Pi. Welcome. Yeah, I saw that message just as I clicked the go live button. Man, I am so sorry. I know getting AI ads is like the worst thing ever. Getting an ad in general is absolutely horrid. I haven't gotten an ad in ages. Thank God for ad block. But yeah, man, fucking hell. Damn AI ads. Fuck that shit. Hello, Rand. Welcome. Doesn't ad about AI, but an ad made with AI. Yeah, I get what you mean. Honestly, I don't know which one is worse. Congrats on getting second! Welcome! So glad to have you guys here. And so early, too. See, this is what I love. This is what makes me love streaming, when people are right here, right away, ready to say hi. What if we combine both? Oh, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen an ad about AI that didn't use AI. That's kind of like that would be downright funny. But yeah, that does sound horrible. Horrid, horrid, horrid. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. But yeah, how's everybody doing? Y'all ready to sleep on some citizens? Cycle. Right, we didn't really do much yesterday. I'm a shower in a sec. Fair enough. Wait, is it Monday or Tuesday? Holy shit, it's Tuesday. Holy man, time sure flies. What, are you saying people of flesh and blood do not want to make ads for AI? Whatever could make you think that? Sleep them, citizens. They are babies. Wait, is a baby a citizen? Like, are infants citizens? I think technically they should be, but somehow it doesn't feel like that. I feel like now the juveniles. That's the word, isn't it? Huh. I think so. Yes. Oh, okay. But they weren't back in the day. Ah, citizenship usually starts at birth. Oh, okay. Well, in the U.S. at least, yeah. I see. Interesting. But yeah, you go shower. Bye. Today's stream might not be too long. I discovered that like if I read too much, if I speak too much, I start uh having a harder time speaking and reading. So I figured I might do shorter sessions of games like this so that I can maintain the quality a little bit better. I'm also planning to have a watch party with my friends tonight. They have unfortunately convinced me to go watch Cyberpunk Edge Runners, and I am so scared of watching it. I know that I'm going to cry by the end of it, but fucking hell, they convinced me. So yeah, almost cry time. Yep. Uh, oh well. Oh my god, 50 watch streak. Holy, that's like that's like such a high number. That's like so much more than 10. Holy shit. Oh my god, that is a lot of things, a lot of numbers. I am so flattered that you would come here so often. Horsing your voice. Horse. You know, man, I'm so hungry. I could eat a. It is the number that the film deserves. And then more. Aw, thank you. Thank you so much. So very much. Oh, and there are the introductory ads, but both of y'all are either subscribed or you have ad block, so I don't think I gotta worry about that. So let us try and remember where we left off. We talked to, yeah, we talked to Karsten, who I gave a solid Slavic accent to. Very, very fun. And we did some side questing, and now we are preparing for an expedition. Well, not an expedition, a contract, which is like the new system in this game. So, oh wait, no, this is not what I wanted to do. Is there a way to like turn? Oh no, there's no way to turn the map. This is the only way I can navigate it. Oh well. It's a much smaller station than in the first game, but I'm guessing that we'll be able to travel to other stations in this game, rather than remain on the same station. I wonder how the Eye is doing in this timeline. I wonder if this is taking place after the first game, or during it, or before. Like, we don't even know where we are, but we'll see. Right, we have used all our dice. It is time to end the cycle. All right. Still no fuel, even though... Oh no, I have it set on odd jobs so that we get cryo. I see. Export docks. Okay, so we need fuel and we need supplies, motherfucker. Exercise, motherfucker. Red fries, motherfucker. Custom supply. Main. Swift scrap flow. Oh wait, I remember. I still gotta explore the docks a bit more. So let's try explore the docks. Try to cruise. There are plenty of crews milling around the docks and moving cargo. They could be a good source of info. Or exports docks are a dizzying mess of braided cables and flickering signage, filled by busy spacers. Exploring is both thrilling and intimidating. Let's try this one. I've got a 100% success. New location discovered. Let's check it out. The warehouses. Freight loading. The warehouses at the Hexport dock supply the industrial operations of the station, meaning they need constant loading and restocking. Oh, I can't do that one. That's endure. That sucks. Okay, let's do one more roll. 25% positive and 50% neutral. Come on, I've been getting so many negative rolls last time. Please give me at least one neutral or a positive. Finally, a neutral. Okay. Who are we meeting here? As you are gliding across the docking concourse, you hear a scuffle. The noise of raised voices cuts through the conversation, drifting out of the dockside shops. Glancing down an alley, you see a huddle of figures shouting back and forth. You spot one man in the middle of the group, surrounded, pushing the others back as they grab at the bag slung over his shoulder. You don't like the way this looks, but then again, Seraphine told you to keep your head down. Cause a distraction. Neutral, hell yeah. You look around for something that could break up the fight, and see the thick cooling pipes running down the alleyway. You quickly try to understand the system, and choose a valve to start spinning. As you do, the system begins to vent in sequence down the alley, violent jets randomly bursting in the air. There's a scrabble in the alley, and you spot the figure who was being attacked drop down to the alley floor. Then your vision instantly fills with pale liquid as the jet coolant jumps out nearby, missing you, but sending you spinning in zero G. After a few moments, you manage to steady yourself. As you do, you see a clear alley, the assailants having fled, with one figure gliding towards you. I suppose you think that was clever. The man gives you a severe look. You like to break up fights you didn't start? Well, it's gonna eat you up. Femi, stubborn salvager captain. He shifts the large bags on his shoulder, weightless but unwieldy in zero G. Something, how about some thanks? Well, I was hoping. The man laughs. Well, he shakes his head. Thanks, I guess. He kicks off and drifts past you. You watch the man go, and then, after a moment, he stops and turns back. He rubs his forehead, looking down as he does. What's the deal, anyway? He sighs. Maybe you're new here, but Hexport is no place for do-gooders. You needed help. I know what it's like. I need help. No, honestly, I just did it because he needed help. The man smiles. No, I don't think so. He shakes his head. Bunch of cowards. Idiots, too. Getting beat up over some scrap. Look, let's not hang around, alright? The man pats his chest. I'm Femi. He shoulders one of the bags and pushes it towards you. Make yourself useful. Let's head. You get the strap of the bag over your shoulder and follow him through the docks, gliding past the concourse towards the connecting bridges. He cuts down a single passage, looking down to check if you are following. Then he stops at a docking bridge connecting to a dull green ship with yellow markings. You look out the viewing window at its odd catamaran-like shape, seemingly built from two separate hulls welded together. Simple crash, he says, and you assume that's the ship's name. Nia, headstrong and spirited salvager. Again, I wish they made the sprites bigger. Like it should take it up at least like a third of the screen. This is like, I don't know, a fifth, a sixth, barely a sixth. Femi, you bringing in strays? A young woman, brightly dressed and stretching as she glides, drifts into the passage. She glances at you. No offense. Yeah. Femi shakes his head. This one helped me fend off some export scum, while you were busy sunning yourself. Nia raises an eyebrow. Sure you could handle them, big bro? Wait! Nia? No way, that's... Nah. That's not... Nah, man, I forgot her name again. This will never leave my brain. I have to check. Or no, you know what? Nah. If this is the character that I think it is from the first game, she will mention it eventually. But nah, it's definitely not her. Not visually, at least. Her glib response hides the flash of concern that passes across her face. You can't tell if Femi noticed. Nia turns to you. She smiles sweetly. And I'm sorry for my brother. Just in general. Nia, Femi murmurs. Enough now. He reaches over and takes the bag you were carrying. Nia rolls her eyes at you, but stays silent. Victory Row wouldn't take these. Femi heads the bags. I'm gonna load them back up. Maybe we'll find some use for them. He turns back to you. Thanks for the assist, Sleeper. Not what I expected. He slips the button for the bridge door and kicks off along the docking bridge on his way to the simple crash. Nia looks at you with raised eyebrows. I hope my brother was joking. But did you really help him? It was nothing. Humble and a hero. She laughs. Thank you. My brother needs the help more than he admits. What do you mean? She tenses. I don't know if I shouldn't have said anything. She pauses, thinking. Hey, I want to ask you something. She takes a deep breath, then gives you a direct look. What is she building up to? Are you looking for a crew? She looks away. Ooh. It turns out that I am. Sorry to be direct, but you seem like, well, if you're on export, maybe you are a crew. Maybe you are with a crew? She stops herself. I mean, maybe your crew needs crew. Maybe you're looking? Now, why do you ask? Neil looks back at the ship, then at you. I'll be honest. Being on a crew with my brother is nice and all, but he is suffocating me. She frowns at her own bluntness. I'm not a kid anymore, you know? But he still sees me like one. She shrugs. I want to show him I can handle myself. I need experience. I need to run some contracts. She gives you a determined look. What do you say? Shouldn't I ask him first? That's exactly the point. She shakes her head. No, you should not have to ask my brother. Her eyes flare with anger. She catches herself. Sorry. I'm a good salvager, all right? You can use me. I can spot things, find gaps, ways in. I know what I'm doing. Femi taught me well. She glances back at the ship. Just consider it, all right? Let me prove myself. Suddenly, a shout comes from the ship, echoing down the passage. Femi. Passage. Femi. He makes both of you nervous. Nia looks in this direction. I should go. She pushes off towards the docking bridge. I'll be waiting. Nia gives you one last glance as she departs, then disappears into the docking bridge, leaving you alone in the passage. New crew available, hell yeah. And I got a minor drive. Wait, no, I completed a minor drive. Hell yeah, because I found a crew. Okay, I get it. Okay, so I got a skill point. But I need 2 skill points to actually upgrade something. And I see that there are no longer like special skills that I receive by leveling up any of my skills. This is literally just a flat increase to my rolls. Oh, I can still level up my engineer so I lose the double negative. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to level that up among my first things. But what do we have here? My push. I can only use this during contracts. No dice damage on push reroll. Reroll plus 1 die. -2 stress if reroll is 6. Reroll random dice, but plus 1 roll. Reroll dice cannot be a 1. Reroll random dice, but plus 1 rolled. Wait, so where can I no longer get those like special abilities that I got in the first game? Like I got abilities like the ability to sunbathe, the ability to like get energy on successful intuition checks, and like scrap on successful engineering checks. And most importantly, a skill that lets me like predict the results of a positive and a negative roll for certain skills. Because I noticed that On a lot of these, on a lot of the actions that I can take, it doesn't tell me what I can get. Like in the first game, I would get like a description up here, like +2 of this thing, but -4 of this other thing if you fail, and stuff like that. But here, I guess I just have to guess. Hmm. Hmm. Anyway, I got a crew, so now all I need is fuel. Oh wait, complete the port contract. Seraphim advised you to get a contract from the board to help you pay your escape. Finding one should be easy. Completing it is a challenge. Skip the hex port. Yeah. Where did the Karsten job contract disappear? Map. Okay, it's still here. Good. Oh, okay, so that is like part of it. Never mind. Uh, expert trade hall, expert canteen. Get a bunch of roles. Let's try and find a way to get paid. The warehouse. Ah, dang it, as an engineering check. Buy a Benz Fry, play Star and Stoker. Is there nothing that takes a hacking skill? Oh, data diffusal shift. Okay, this might work. Alright, that is my best skill, right? Yeah, interface. And I only have a +1 to that, but still very good. Come on. How do I keep getting negative outcomes? What the hell, video game? Oh, that is pretty much the same type of role. There we go, neutral outcome. Come on, give me that positive. Give me that positive. Give me the money. Neutral. Ah, could have been worse. Could have been worse. Now, how much does a Benz Fry recharge my energy? 2 bars. Okay, good enough. Time for a nap. Oh, he actually got us some fuel. Hell yeah. Heck yeah. Hell. Alrighty then. That's a 6 roll. Surely I can do some good stuff with that. Warehouses. Play Star and Stoker. SNS is a space gambling game played with custom magnetic dice. Chits are stashed in a simple marked can, and winning is ruthlessly luck-based. Ruthless, you say? 9 Creo. Know if that's better or worse. Okay, that's a lot of good Creo. I think right now it's just a matter of getting some good supplies, or getting the supplies we need before heading off to the contract. This one costs 10. Payment is 200 Creo. Damn. Wait, is this one also risky? Danger. Oh, I see. One contract is risky, the other contract is danger. Stranger danger. Danger stranger. Hmm. You know what? I probably should start with a smaller contract. So, this one only costs 10 Creo. Get. Let's first buy some supplies, motherfucker. French fries, motherfucker. Extra sauce, motherfucker. Supplies are more expensive than fuel, I see. But I want to be maxed out on everything, so let's get fuel. Now let's get some more supplies. One more, and now let's go. Okay, but fuck up one of these, I'm going to rest instead of using the die because I need the energy. So. Are you kidding me? It's just a 25% chance. I can't be losing it so often. Okay, what does this even do? Recovery. Oh, it removes stress, but I have no stress, so that was pointless. But if anything, to use my number one die on. Doesn't look like it. Well, let's end the cycle. You have used all your energy and are starving. While starving, you gain 1 stress per cycle. Oh. Okay, I need to eat. And that's my last 7 shits. Okay. The warehouses. And a 6-sided die turns into a 4-sided die. Not a good idea. Trio. Positive, finally. Okay, a positive here actually gives me 10 Creo. That is actually more than the other place. Okay, please, it's a 25 chance to fail. Don't fail me again. Do not be evil, video game. Do not be evil. Finally, good rolls eventually come. Okay, let's buy the contract, and I even have enough to actually get the supplies. Let's do that. Got nothing to use my number one die on. Number one dial. Do I want to start an expedition with rolls or? Oh, this is only gonna cost me 2 fuel. Interesting. Risky. Station management have located a convey signal. They are concerned to see one so close and are looking for someone to disable its source. Confirm vector. I am a victor. The tutorial only said that I need to prepare supplies, fuel, and a crew. It said nothing about making sure that I am full on energy and stuff, so... So first, let's just see what I have. I have 2 number 1 die, I have 2 energy, and I have 0 stress. So let's see what happens if I go on a mission like this. Worst comes to worst, I'll just use my supplies to recharge my health. What? 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 Oh my gosh, are you already out of the shower? That was lightning fast. Wish I could shower that quick. Confirm vector. Ooh. Wait, locked? Oh, as locked as in I have to take him. Okay. The rig. He is with me at all times. Local talent. I can take Nia. Was it? Pretty sure it was 30 minutes. That was the... Huh. Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe it just felt fast to me because I'm playing this game. Time always flies fast when I'm playing games like this. Alrighty, so, okay, filled. So I only have to take 1 extra crewmate. Okay, interesting. I have that as my, yes, I have that as my drive, so let's do this. Let's do my first contract. Confirm crew. Oh, not available, right. Confirm crew, yes. Tam always flies with Finn around. Aww. Kinda sucks for Finn though. Well, my name is Finality, so getting to the end is the whole point. Okay, Seraphim. It is done. Seraphim spots the signal source first, the light barely shimmering off its dark hull plating. A design trait that betrays its covert use. Oh, it's a drone, that's what he said. A flash catches your attention, and you see a rent in the hull, through which red lights pulse. Wounded, Seraphim shakes his head. Wish they'd finish the job. Oh, okay, I see. I have a whole new set of dice. I can use my push to get +1 stress, but reroll my lowest die. Banana time. Banana time! Why banana time? Who's bringing the bananas? Anyway, I'm eating a banana. Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, enjoy your banana. Banane. You've seen one before? Seraphim looks back over his shoulder towards you. We've seen one before. Don't you? He sighs. "No, sorry. I know it isn't your fault." He looks at the drone. Lane had us working on one in the Darkside Bay. Though it was barely a shell. Disarmed and deactivated. He had us searching through its guts for salvage. Even that one gave me the creeps, and it had its core ripped off. He pushes the ship closer. This was still alive. Conway. Nia kisses her teeth. Corporate scum. You glance over at her and see the fire in her bright eyes. They don't even dare come here and force us out ourselves. It's all proxies and drones. She shakes her head. Typical corporate bastards. Did you run into them before? She glances at you. You might say that. She looks out at the drone. You won't see me taking my eyes off that thing for a second. I wonder if we will ever get banana farming in Farming Simulator 25. I meant Farming Sim. Yeah, I get what you mean. Not 25. I do wonder what a banana farm looks like. So we have a ship. Yep. This time we actually have a ship and a constantly changing crew that we can take on assignments. This game really feels more like you're actually traveling through this sci-fi future rather than you are stuck in one place trying to make things work, which is really interesting so far. Yeah, indeed, I am cool, and this is cool. It's called the Ring. Okay. Seraphim carefully guides the ship closer. You watch the drone. System is full of these things now, running missions for their operators. Rare to see one out in the belt, though. Maybe got hit during a run-in with Senate Stat mercs. Ooh, Senate Stat. So they're actually active here. Interesting. Also, the belt. That's where everybody in the first game was escaping to. We might actually see refugees from the Eye. That will be interesting. It looks like it's drifting. Most of the system's blown out. But look here. He jabs a finger towards the red light in the far side of the drone. Still broadcasting. Maybe even receiving. So how do we shut it off? Sorry, had to yawn. Vogue overarching plot lines. That is what it seems like so far, but that's just speculation. We haven't actually seen anybody from the previous game yet. Seraphim brings you ever closer. What I remember from the Darkside job is that the central core and the broadcast array need to be shut off to kill these things. Core will turn off local systems, and the broadcast array will sever the link with the Carway operators. Seraphim swallows. But you can bet those systems are protected. Can we just blow it up? You see any torpedoes on this rig, Sleeper? We've got to shut it down the old-fashioned way. Your attention is suddenly drawn by a shudder from the drone, like a tremor running along its length. This thing is rigged to blow, Sleeper. Frowns. We go slow and careful, and we don't touch anything we don't know about. He turns back to Nia. You hear that? I got you. She looks sincere. Seraphim brings the rig to a stop, close enough for you to cross through the open space to reach the drone's hull. Let's do that. You head down to the airlock to prepare. As you get suited up, you think of the corporate war taking place in the inner system, the war that this drone was driven from. Out here on the shore of the conflict, the biggest danger is that this flotsam and jetsam drifting in within the tides and orbits of the system might, one cycle, bring the war with it. For now, the belt is outside of its reach, but looking out at the red pulsing drone, that doesn't give you much comfort. Ooh. Welcome to your first contract. What? While on contract, you will be able to assign 2 dice for each crew member as you would assign your own dice. Pay attention to the crew skills to use them effectively. On certain outcomes, crew will take crew stress. When their stress is full, you will no longer be able to use them to perform actions. While on a contract, your energy bar will automatically be supplied for each cycle that you have available. Available supplies. When your supplies are depleted, both you and your crew will take 1 stress per cycle. Contracts also have their own contract stress. When this bar is filled, the contract will fail. Good luck. Huh. You'll be able to assign 2 dice for each crew member, as you would assign your own dice. Interesting. So they have their own skills and their own proficiencies. That is cool. That is very interesting. Looks like I can always only have 2 crewmates. Coolio. Seraphim is proficient in these 2 things. And Nia is proficient in intuition. Nice. Yeah, she has 4 stress. He has a lot more stress than I do. Drone stress, rigged to blow. And I have as many cycles as I have supplies. Interesting. Who's proficient in gay? Well, you might ask the person that has just arrived. Hello, Alexi. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Congrats on the 55 streak. Crewmate? I don't know. I think he's the imposter. Well, Alexi, don't tell anybody, but it's actually me, the imposter. I'm the one who's sus. But you didn't hear that from me. I've been summoned. Indeed. You have gay proficiency, so we need to use your dice. Anyway, how you doing, Alexi? So great, so good to see you. Okay, so what do we do now? The rig. That's our ship. We can end the cycle here, but we don't need to right now because we are doing good. Access hatch, hull damage. Broadcast access. The drone's damage provides a lucky access point to the broadcast array, which will have to be disabled. Create an opening. There's a gap where the drone sustained some damage. With a lot of effort, it might be possible to pry away the plates and create an entry point. Identify the route. It might be possible to slip through the gap in the drone's damaged hull, but once inside, where to go? How to find the broadcast array? Huh. Get a danger and a risky. And they suck at these rules. Well, actually, me and Nia said. Seraphim is actually decent at this one. Emergency meeting! It would be fun to have a dice rolling bot. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I should probably add one. I've been trying to set up Mix It Up, but it requires me to create like a bot account, which I hate creating accounts. but I'll have to do it eventually. I want to create like a clip command and other stuff so that people find it easier to clip funny moments. But yeah, I need to get in here. Intuition and endure. I definitely cannot do this one. What about access hatch? Control access. Getting inside the drone requires care as much as force. Conway is highly protective of their proprietary systems. Release the hatch, reprogram hatch. Oh my god, we all suck at this one. None of us can do this one. Oh jeez. Oh, but I'm actually proficient at this one. Hell yeah. Okay. Is anybody proficient in anything here? Oh, she's Nia is proficient in this one, intuition. Hell yeah. Okay, let me show you. Yeah, sure thing, show me. 50% neutral or 50% neutral? One. Neutral. Eh. I don't want to risk using the number 2 die. That's a dangerous roll. Conway's game of life? Mayhaps. Perchance. Wait, did that? Yeah, that gave us one segment. Man, this is gonna be a tough one. Yeah, but I am proficient at this one, so let me use my die here. Die. Die. Positive! Hell yeah, I like positive outcomes. Neutral. Slay. During a contract, you can use your push ability once per cycle to give you an edge in tricky situations. Pushing occurs one stress, but will give you a key advantage based on your chosen class. You can see your current push configuration if you hold your mouse over the button and on the character screen. Your push cannot be used at the hub, but when at the hub, it can be upgraded and configured in the character screen. Interesting. Have you ever made Conway's game of life in an assignment? No. I have no idea what it is actually. Okay, let me try one more time. Please at least be neutral. Oh yes, at least it was neutral. And let's try using our push at least once. Oh, turning it into a 5 die. You just gain some stress. As your stress increases, you will have a higher chance of taking damage of your accident dice each time you roll them. Oh, that's how it works. There's a chance for them to break every time. Alrighty then. Okay, we're halfway through this one. What does my number 2 die feel on this? Do I want to risk it for the biscuit? Nah, we still have a few more cycles to do. What about here? Seraphim, Seraphim can do this one pretty reliably. Just show me where, Sleeper. Positive, nice. No big deal, you say. Okay, then do it again. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Yeah, we can leave these two be. Now it is time to... Or actually, resting is a... Oh, I cannot rest during an assignment. The clock is ticking. There is no time to rest. You cannot recover stress while on a contract. Well, fuck you too, then. Supplied, no energy loss. Good. All damage, access hatch. Gonna use my dice first. Die. Man, Seraphim is getting some crazy dice. Look at that. 2 6s. That is insane. I think he's here like my tutorial buddy to give me like his god rules. Look at how much like stress he has too. Like stress capacity, I mean. Oh, guys, you guys can't actually see it. I apologize. I apologize. Oh, you can't see Nia either. Oh shit. Oh, I just realized. Well, there's their dice in the in like below their profile pictures, and there's also like I have up here my stress level. They also have their own stress levels, but they are not as high. They're not as big as I have. I have the highest stress capacity. Okay, let's keep reprogramming the hatch. Vogue. Vogue indeed. Hell yeah. Okay, I should be able to do this with one more roll. Hell yeah, we are inside. You hear the bleeping immediately. Among chambers and cabling of the drone's interior, something has started counting down. Guys? Nia's voice comes hissing from the suit's comm channel. Does anyone else hear that? Because I'm getting nervous. Shit. Seraphin's voice joins her. This is what I was worried about. Are we screwed? How long has Vogue been in Vogue? Good question. Also, I see you have the Dustling now. Oh my god, that is so cute. Oh, it is such an adorable Dustling. I wanted to tell you this morning that Rachel has posted your Dustling finally, but you just finished streaming as I was about to go say it, so I forgot to tell you afterwards, but I see you have figured it out yourself, so that is awesome. Awesome. You should pat me on the head about it. Oh, I absolutely will. Come here. Come on. I am patting the camera as if it was you, but yeah, I hope this is good enough. It's a game where it's just a grid of squares that are each either alive or dead, represented by a white or black square. If a live cell has 2 or 3 neighbors, it survives. A dead cell becomes a living square if it has exactly 3 neighbors. Living cells with less than 2 or more than 3 neighboring cells die. I understood exactly none of that, but it sounds fun. Man, you guys created like a new audio stim for me. Now when I go into VR chat and I had pet people, I go like bro, like a freaking like like a I don't know, like a VTuber. You can make Conway's Game of Life in Conway's Game of Life. Coolio. Vogue, that's crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. They put in my room, a rubber room full of cats. Cats drive me crazy. Are we screwed? I can't be sure. Seraphin has dropped his voice to a whisper, as if that might make a difference. Either this is going to send a distress call, or it's about to play. We got to shut the system down fast. He pauses. Then we move on to the other side, because I bet you there's a surprise waiting for us there too. We good? Nia says. Am I heading back to the ship or what? Seraphin cuts in. We're good. We keep going. He shuts off the channel. You take a moment in the silence. All right, time to deal with this fast. Then get over to the other side before something happens. Control system. Oh shit, 3 cycles and it's donezo. Drone death. Disable the drone, shut down the broadcast array. Once both are done, this convoy drone won't bother anyone anymore. Drone countermeasure. A flashing red light signifies some change in the array. You better not wait to find out what. Core disable. Disabling the drone's core will stop it from ever restarting and causing Hexport or other local crews more trouble. Interesting. Disconnect the backup. In the core, you see the drone is running on backup power. Disconnect that carefully, and you'll be one step closer to full shutdown. Negative outcome, are you for real? Nia, what did I bring you here for? Ugh. I'm gonna need to... I can't use Seraphim for this because he doesn't have this role. He doesn't have intuition. Will Vilsid is a sleeper and with a bunch of sleepers ending the war? JK, unless... the war doesn't concern us. Okay, I'm gonna re-roll my dice. Ooh, 5-sided die, hell yeah. This'll do well. Really, I almost got the whole thing. The whole shebang. Okay, 25%. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Hell yeah, we got this one. We got this side. Now we got only this one left, and Seraphim can actually do some good here. That's how we do it. Indeed. We pushed through, nice. Okay, Nia can't really do shit with her number 1 roll, or can she? No, she cannot. That would be a terrible decision to roll. Down to end cycle. Still have a bunch of supplies. Supplies, motherfucker. Oh man, my dice received damage. You have taken damage to a dice because of stress. When your dice are rolled at the start of the cycle, your stress dictates if you take damage or not. Higher stress means a higher chance of damage. The white markers above the stress bar will tell you which number will damage your dice when rolled. Each dice has 3 dice health. When this is depleted, the dice will break and must be repaired to be used normally. Oh, Raz motherfucker. The markers above the stress bar show which dice rolls will damage the dice's health. Oh. The layout of these markers depends on your difficulty. When at a hub, you can reduce stress at the big bung's location. Oh shit, okay, this is rough. Broken dice plus difficulty. Typically, broken dice cannot be used. However, on safe difficulty, they can and are counted as a natural 1. If you have many broken dice and feel stuck, consider switching to safe in the pause menu to give yourself a chance to recover. I know, coward. Rough? I was rough once. Once. Anyway, okay, I get how it works now. There's little icons up here that tell me like which number die gets broken at which level of stress. So right now, every time I get a number 1 die at the beginning of a cycle, that die gets damaged. And if it gets damaged 3 times, well, that's it for that die. I cannot use it again. Let's try to complete this in one piece. The One Piece is real! I had to say it, sorry. Okay, let me show you. Yeah, show me. Show me what you got, lady. That's how it's done. I'll believe it. Great opening. Come on, Seraphim. Nice. Can't stop us. Broadcast system. Hack broadcast. Now that you are in the broadcast array of the drone, you'll need to shut it down, fast. The simplest way is to put the entire system offline. Oh, only I can do this role. Okay. I only have to do it 3 times. Well, 2 times, if I'm super successful. Hell yeah. The thrumming, pulsing interior of the drone goes still for the first time since you've boarded it. You look across at Seraphim and Nia and share a smile. You all exhale so loudly it can be heard over the suit's shared comm channel. The drone is dead. One less piece of Conway shit to worry about. Nia grins. We killed it. Don't get too excited. Seraphim cuts in. It was looking pretty rough when we got here. You make your way back to the hole, the drone now faintly rolling in one direction. It stabilizes offline. Nia catches up with you as you glide towards the rig. We make a pretty good crew, Sleeper. We do. Nia grins widely. She punches your arm on the way playfully. You reach the rig's airlock and take one last look at the drone's darkroom. It catches the light as it rolls into vacuum. At some point in the near future, this drone will likely be smashed to pieces by one of the many asteroids of the belt, spread across the place like a twinkling dust. The thought pleases you, as does the thought that all that Creo, the Hexport, now owes you. Time to go collect. Awesome! The contract is concluded. You can now leave via the map. Awesome sauce. Contract concluded. You can now travel back to the hub. Once you leave, you will not be able to return. Leave the contract. Oh, 5 stress during travel? Really? What the heck, video game? I have to say that every time I hear asteroid. Oh, minus stress. Okay, I get it. So I I lose all the stress I have. Okay, that's good. After docking at the hexport, Seraphim lets go of the controls and leans back in his chair. Nia leans over to you. Thank you, Sleeper. She stretches. I know you take a chance on me. Take a chance, take a chance, take a chance. Oh my gosh, please, can you not say that every time somebody mentions docking? Oh boy. I take a chance on Finn. For what it's worth, I would take a chance on me too. Okay, glad to have you. Nia smiles an infectious smile. Feels good to make contract work, Seraphim smiles. No matter how we pull it off. It's hard not to agree, and it feels better when the Hexport courier corners with a lockbox full of chits. Lane may still be hunting you, but this should help the effort to slip this net. Suddenly you hear a familiar voice. Nia. Femi glides into view, approaching from the docks, fixes you with a stare. Why are you playing at sleep? Nia wanted to come. You go to speak, but Nia drifts forward, cutting you off. Don't come throwing your wafer out, Femi. I can make my own decisions. She glances back at you. Sleeper took me at my word, and I'm grateful. Femi is fuming. Did they now? He turns to you. Well, if you're working for Sleeper, I hope they paid you well. Neil looks away. Well, I asked, so. Femi smiles. Oh, so they aren't paying you? Maybe can. Seraphim crosses his arms. Let's keep this civil. You realize this is the first time he is meeting Fermi. If we are being civil, seems like Nia is owed her share. Femi fixes you with a severe look. Pay Nia a share. Yeah, I've got no problem with this. She deserves her cut. You grab around a quarter of the chits from the lockbox and hold them out to Nia. She takes them sheepishly. All right then, Femi smiles. We're good here. He turns to leave. I was gonna pay her anyway. Like, she was legit doing this for free? I wasn't aware of that. Nia nods sorry and follows Fermi across the docks. Seraphim watches them go. Sure know how to pick, Sleeper. He shakes his head. He turns away and heads back along the docking bridge. I just hope we aren't going to end up a stack of Creo short when we need to get out of here. You just completed a drive and earned an upgrade point. You have push upgrades available. Go to the character screen to right to the UI to see them. Okay, no dice damage on push reroll. Reroll +1 die. Die. Yeah, reroll +1. Oh! Wait, really? Wait. Reroll +1 die. As in reroll 2 dice? Like 2 of the lowest dice? I guess that's a good roll, but a good upgrade, but I would rather gather skill points and upgrade my engineering skill as soon as possible, so I have the ability to actually be useful. What are the other ones? -2 stress if the reroll is 6. Reroll random dice but +1 roll. Oh no! I get it now. It's that whatever I do reroll, it gets a +1. So if I reroll a 1 into a 5, I'll get a 6 because it's +1. Okay, last one. Reroll a die. Reroll dice cannot be a 1. Reroll random dice but +1 roll. Nah, I'm gonna keep saving. Depends. Contract board. No contracts. Okay. I'm full on energy, which means that I can do some good work. And we have lots of chits, meaning I can go fill fuel and fill up on supplies. Supplies, motherfucker. Here we can do some work. A little bit of Werkzeug. Positive outcome. Positive outcome. Another one. That's good money. Now, how do I repair my dice? Rig engine, rig galley, rig box. Sometimes it's necessary to rest or at least try to in the compact bunks of the rig. Will help you reduce stress when not in contact. Wait, I think in the pause menu it tells me, yeah, guide, dice and skills, risky, yada yada yada, glitch and glitch dice, contract features, maps and contracts, drives, stress and dice health. Your stress tracks both physical and mental stresses you occur. You occur stress by undertaking dice actions while starving or when using the push ability on a contract. You can have a maximum of 10 stress. When your dice are rolled at the start of the cycle, your stress dictates if they take damage or not. Higher stress means a higher chance of damage, while white markers above the stress bar tell you which numbers will damage your dice when rolled. When at a hub, you can reduce stress at the rig bunks location using dice. Each dice has 3 dice health. When this is depleted, the dice will break and must be repaired to be used normally. Say yada yada yada. When at a hub, you can repair dice at the rig workshop location, once unlocked by using rare and scrap components. So I haven't unlocked that yet. That sucks. On risky and dangerous difficulty, if all of your dice are broken, your character will die. On the risky difficulty, this means you will gain 1 permanent glitch. On dangerous, your game will end. Okay then, so I don't need to worry about the damage yet, because there is no way for me to deal with it. Lovely. And the lane is already halfway to finding us, so I better do something. Outcome, are you kidding me? Well, it's only energy loss, and I don't really care about energy right now. Because we are going on another contract right away. Okay, good. So we are full on fuel, we are full on supplies, we have a good amount of credits. Let's rock this joint. Right, wrong button. This is it. Let's also select this drive. And yeah, let's do this. Karsten is offering you a straight barter for the feed lines you need if you bring him the data core from his derelict. Any raw scrap you pull is yours. Oh, we got a bot. We got a bot. Will my lovely mod take care of them, or will I beat them to the punch? We shall see. Vengeance is mine. Better luck next time. Anyway, Solheim HS-22. The rusting bulk of a pre-collapse ship. Benefit. I wonder if that would actually work. If you can actually ban somebody from their own stream. Would be interesting to see. Confirm. So yeah, Nia isn't available, but Junie is available. Hey Twilight, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. You know what that means? Fish. How you doing? Nope, we've tried. Not surprising that somebody has tried. You know what that means? Fish. Okay, so she has proficiency in hacking. Great. It's not like I have that proficiency, meaning that we have a less diverse skill pool. Awesome. By which I mean not awesome, but oh well. Doing good, working on your artworks. Awesome! I was actually planning to do a modeling stream today, but I don't know, I kind of didn't feel like it. Felt a little bit tired. So instead, I am doing something even more tiring, which is reading out loud. Fun times. What the hell is that game? What the heck? Damn, I knew Finis was a model. Not that kind of model. Confirm. It's Cargo's new emote. Oh gosh. Of course, mom would get an emote like that. The rig, your refuge in the belt. Oh wait, no, that tiny thing is the rig. This whole thing, damn, that is a cool thing. Made by me, of course. Oh, that's yours. Well, you should be proud. Much talent, big talent. The Solheim derelict fills the cockpit windows, all twisted plates and skeletal studwork. You watch in horror and fascination. Seraphim completed the approach. Both of you silent in the presence of this decaying beast. Now, as you settle beside him, Seraphim is the first to break the silence. This thing's already dead. He shakes his head. His corpse sleep. He nudges the ship closer, looking for a place to dock. Touch this thing too hard, it'll crumble into dust. Yeah, let's not do that. Seraphim does a little mock salute. Aye, aye, Captain. He rolls his eyes. Any other tips? Take us up there. That's the bridge. Junie points towards towards one end of the ship, and both you and Seraphim turn around, having forgotten she was even in the cockpit. She hasn't said a word since you departed. Huh. Proud artist of every emote of hers on her PFPs, lol. You know Bun? Everybody knows Bun. Everybody loves Skate. She's a sweetheart indeed. Yeah, she is legit one of my favorite streamers on the whole platform. Everybody loves Kate. Well, everybody except Twitch, I guess, having banned her once. It's funny. I know so many VTubers that say unhinged stuff and are general, just chaotic gremlins, but Kate is the one who gets like a temporary ban. It was just like it was a while ago, and it was a mistake. Like they reverted the ban pretty much like one day later because they admit like, yeah, sorry, that was a mistake. But yeah, she just made a funny reply in chat, and Twitch automatically was like, no, you said a bad word, off into the forever box. Okay. She glances at both of your bemused faces. She looks away. Sorry, that's where we need to go. She stops pointing. Seraphim nods towards Junie. There's no wrong, sleeper. Breach would be a good start. To the bridge, then. Seraphim nods and brings the ship under control. Let's do it. Have you heard about people getting banned off of Google and losing all of their Google accounts that they needed? No, I never heard of that. Does it think that's happening? If that is happening, I'm blaming AI. I'm calling it out. I'm calling it now. It's AI. Seraphim takes control of the ship, avoiding the debris field closer to the center of the wreck. He settles in a position near a protrusion at the far. This is as far as I go. This is as far as I'll go. He taps at the anchoring controls. Should be able to anchor the ship to those plates. You hear Junie begin to protest from behind you, but it's too late. Seraphine fires two python-tipped anchor lines at the nearest solid hull plates. The pistons slam into the plates and, despite their solid appearance, they instantly shatter. The fragments spin out across the wreck, slicing into other plates and building a spiraling storm of debris. Shit! Seraphine nudges the ship back and steadies it as the debris cascades across the surface of the wreck. The damage seems mostly superficial, but it underlines just how fragile the derelict is. The one I saw was indeed AI. Oof. They flagged the account for CP because they sent pictures of their baby to a doctor during COVID, because the child had a weird rash. Yeah. Like, fucking hell. The AI is going to ruin so many things. So many things. It's not even funny. Oh, man. Let's not do that again. Junie glances between the two of you. The data core is very fragile. We have to. We got it, Seraphine snaps. He angrily unclips from his seat. Last thing I need is a backseat driver. He kicks off and glides past her into the corridor. Sorry, Junie. He's just like that. No problem. She smiles a big smile. We all want the same thing here, right? Let's work it out. I'll be lurking then. Enjoy the lurk. Thank you so much. You're always free to cozy on up in here. You follow Seraphine down the passage, with Junie close behind. As you reach the airlock, he is already angrily suiting up, his frustration evident. Stay silent. The rest of the preparation process takes place in the tense silence, each of you considering the delicate job ahead. You suit up too. Though you don't need a helmet to breathe, you slide one on and lock the seals for protection. This wreck isn't going to give up its salvage easily. The core should be near the bridge, maybe even inside it. But there's a lot of wreck here, and there might be good salvage tucked away in the cargo. Once the suits are on and the seals are checked, you cycle the lock and stare out at the vast expanse of the twisted hull before you. Time to get to work. Awesome. Mm-hmm. Ooh. He actually caused two levels of stress to the ship. Was there a way to avoid it? Should I have told him to be more careful? Huh. Alrighty then. Hmm. Corroded airlock. The pressurized bay. Oh yeah, no way we're doing this one. And this one, I've seen better rolls. Bridge entry. The airlock on the derelict is rusted shut. Opening it up is necessary to enter and investigate the wreck's bridge. Let's find something with better rolls. Oh man, these are awful. Clear cargo doors. Seraphine, you're up. Good call, Sleeper. Thank you. Neutral outcome. Oh, he got stressed from that. Come on, positive. I'll take it. And we're in. Hacker-wise. Nice, Junie is actually useful here. But so am I. Map the base. Countless vast Countless vast bays extend from here, deep into the derelict. Scanning and mapping each one will allow you to navigate them safely. Scrap survey. This is the end of the derelict. This end of the derelict is partially intact. If you can survey it, perhaps you can find some valuable scrap among the decay. Among us? Jenny, do your job, girl. Positive outcome. Practice. Ah, fuck, negative. I need to recalculate. You better. Uh, no, I'm gonna use a number 4 die. The outcome. Positive outcome. Nice. Deep depths. Base. Extract raw scrap. Deep inside the derelict, there are masses of intact scrap. This is valuable material, but it is also what's holding the ship together. Oh, I see. There's like extra loot. Glad to see that I went in the completely opposite direction. This is dangerous. Now reroll once. Ah. Do I risk it for the biscuit? Nah, we're chill. Let's take a nap. We have 5 more cycles to go. Six-sided die. I choose you. Tutorial. The contract stress has triggered a crisis. A crisis will add 1 contract stress per cycle unless resolved at the crisis location. Oh. Hull breach. Crisis. On crisis active, +1 per cycle. Emergency seal. The derelict's hull is falling apart. If this breach isn't sealed and fast, the entire wreck will collapse. Okay, this sucks. This is not good. Seraphin, do your thing. Are you kidding me? I hate this shit. I hate this shit too. Come on, man. You're literally the only one who can deal with this, and you have a number 1 die. Ugh. Coming back here to deal with this. Come on, a number 4 die should be good enough, right? Okay, neutral, but oh man, he gave +1 to the derelict crisis. That ain't good. Freaking Junie has a 6-sided die and she can't do anything to help. How ironic. Where's the access port? I like that they have lines for me having them do stuff that they are not trained for. Gosh, Junie, you're useless. And I have to re-roll. Okay, 5-sided die. Hell yeah. Can I borrow a cookie? Unfortunately, I don't have any cookies, but I do have chocolate tubes. chocolate vanilla cubes. Here, you can have one. Open wide. Ah, there you go. Tastes good, right? I'm gonna have one too. Go piss, girl. Yeah, just like I said, give it back later. What the fuck is that emote? You posted it. What do you mean? What the fuck is that emote? You chose to share this thing. Oh my gosh, this is going to go very bad very quick. Gotta end the cycle. The cycle of violence. I was looking for Mega Consume but couldn't find it on the app, but the emote showed up. Fitness uppies will go up. Like me giving uppies or me receiving uppies? Because I would much rather receive uppies, especially from a tall, tough, muscular woman. I mean, what? Who said that? Oh my gosh, there's two now. Judy is useful at this one, finally. And me too. Hmm. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. Calculating the outcome. I'm gonna stop with the hacker voice, lady. You've got a turnip peeking out of your damn backpack. You're a farmer. Neutral outcome. Yeah. Asdef? I never really watched the anime she's from. She comes across as a bit too much of a sadist. Not to say that I don't like sadists, just not her type. A Kill. Oh, that's the anime she's from? Yeah, I never watched that. Never actually seen it. I just saw her on certain websites, and that's where I'm going to leave it. Okay, Judy, please pull through for me. Oh my gosh, she did it. See, I've got it. Okay, yeah, I trust you now, girl. Sorry for ever doubting you. Percent positive, 50% neutral. Neutral, shit. Come on. Neutral, okay. On. Please, 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 please. Yes! Okay, one crisis has been disabled. This one, Seraphim is the only one that can deal with this one, but his rolls are kind of crap right now. It can only take 3 more stress. Come on, man, I believe in you. Okay, good. But yeah, I'm not using the number 1 die. That would be a bad idea. Bad. She is a crazy general of the Imperial Army. I know the whole, like, I know her deal. I'm just saying that from the materials that I saw, there are others that are better equipped to be performing certain activities. And she falls for the MC because he was the only guy who didn't care for her and ultimately wasn't afraid of her. Not really a big fan of that trope. I'm not a fan of the trope like oh the girl is going after the one guy who doesn't care about her because it enforces this old trope of like well not this old trope but this whole old shitty dating advice that's all about like making a girl want your attention, making her jealous and all that shit, all that bullshit, that's like that like every kid show on the planet tells you that it's bullshit, but for some reason all of the jocks and the entertainers and cringe lords believe that it's true, you know so yeah, I don't really like that chasing style of relationships. Hmm. Anyway, what do I use these days for? Nothing, I suppose. But also, MC won a tournament. Still, it's that old anime thing where MC shows up, does literally anything, and suddenly all the female characters are like heads over heels for him. Just, I know, I just find it kind of cringe. It's a product of its time, so I can't really blame it for that, but still. Ah, yes, if she says no, she's just playing difficult school of gross people. Wretch. Yeah, and I hate that shit. I was thinking more of the type that, not the type that are like aggressively, like being what's it called, uninvitedly aggressive. I mean more the guys that think that being soul that doesn't care about anyone will get women interested in them. Like, look at me, I'm such a badass, I don't care about anyone. Because there are people who genuinely think that that is what women find attractive for some reason. Those also happen to be the kind of people who think women are a hyphenate. MC really wanted nothing to do with her because she was essentially the most powerful of the bad guys. Yeah, yeah. Look, I get it. I get what the anime was going for. I'm just saying I'm not about that. Wait, now that I look at it, this ship looks familiar. This ship looks very isn't that the maybe it's the same model as the ship from the first game, the one that the generational ship, yeah. Huh. It's probably what was it called? Something a leaf or something. Something autumn? Green autumn or something like that? I don't know. Something like that. Also the MC dies and she don't careful about using that word. She game ends with him in the ending fight. Not only is that a weird word to say to use on the Twitch, but that's also a massive, massive, massive spoiler. I'm gonna wait. Can you hide your own messages? Because I would like you to hide that one because you don't just talk about the ending of an anime, even if the person you're talking to says they're not interested. Because this is a public stream, other people are here and stuff. I don't know. Okay, let me see if I can make this message disappear. Oh no, doesn't look like it. Does the vanish command work? Try using vanish. Like, in the Shannon's chat. Uh, hmm. That's so weird. Why doesn't Twitch let me? Oh, okay. Nice, nice. Okay, you're back. Don't worry. And yeah, that worked. All the messages appeared. Okay, so vanish works. That's awesome. Good to know. Oh, so Stream Elements has that command. Okay, that's good to know. I thought that's like a basic Twitch thing, but no, the Stream Elements. Okay. But yeah, okay, crisis averted. I hope nobody watching the VODs will be like watching the anime at the time. If so, then apologies, VOD heads. Didn't mean to. We did it. We did the best we could at damage control for such an old anime. Yes, buddy, you do not want to get me started on spoilers. I know that it was an innocent case in this situation, like you didn't mean any malice to it or anything like that, and you immediately, backtracked once it was pointed out to you. But nobody you will ever meet will ever hate spoilers as much as I do. I hate spoilers. And just because it's old doesn't mean that everybody has seen it. Like I said, I didn't see it. And I probably won't watch it, but you never know. I might watch it someday. And I would rather not want my experience soured. Like, if you love the thing and you want people to watch it, don't spoil it. Even if the person has said that I don't want to watch it. Because that is how you show that you love it. That is how you show that you care. By not spoiling the experience. Believing, hoping that one day they will turn around and watch it and give it a try. Subaru dies. So, like the VTuber? Oh my gosh. No. In my opinion, spoilers do have an expiration date. If the media is old enough to vote, then it's not really a spoiler anymore. Look, stuff like Star Wars, all right, that's fair. Everybody knows about the Darth Vader thing. Sure. But other things, there are a lot of other things that I would still rather not spoil, like The Elder Scrolls Oblivion. That's a really good game. I would not want to spoil that for other people. Deus Ex, the original Deus Ex. That game has some fantastic spoilers. But it being old as the world doesn't mean that I can just go around the streets is screaming all of the twists, If you love something, you will talk about it in a way that is careful, You don't want Elder Scrolls spoilers? Depends on how mainstream it is. Ahem. Another hand touches the beacon. But that's not a spoiler. That's a meme. As a meme that doesn't even spoil anything. Finis, I am your father. No. I only spoiled because I thought you would never watch it after what you said. Yeah, again, that is a fair assessment, but this is also a public stream. And I care about my viewers. I don't want somebody to come in and be like, dang it, I wanted to watch that thing. Now my experience is ruined. Like, it wasn't a small spoiler either. You were literally talking about the fate of the main character and one of the big waifu characters. Like, what were you... What, that is like the biggest spoiler you can make about that show. I may not care, but other people may. I don't know, that's just my pet peeve. I hate spoilers. If you really an alternative you can do is simply ask. Like, it costs you literally nothing to ask, like, hey, has everybody seen this thing? Like, is everybody okay with spoilers about this thing? And if people say yes, okay, yeah, I'm okay with it. Spoiler warning. Then yeah, you go ahead and say it, and it costs you literally nothing. It costs you less than nothing. So yeah, like, that's an easy way to go about it. Says the sleeper too. Yeah, hey Mac, welcome. 1 second, I'll enable the subtitles. Test. Yeah, we got subtitles back. And yeah, Okay, it looks like it's in the same engine as the old one with a very similar layout. Yep. It is very similar looking to the original game, but it is a lot more open, a lot more expanded. Now, like, contract complete. Yep. Um, Now we actually have the ability to travel in between stations and do contracts which require us to build a crew of characters and use their skills as well. It feels we're still in the opening hours, so we haven't unlocked a lot of systems, but it is a lot more. It feels a lot more like a journey, I would say. The first game, you feel stuck in a place trying to make do. In this game, you can thrive. But I am getting ahead of myself. There is a lot of we haven't discovered yet. Right now, we are doing a contract to scavenge this abandoned derelict ship. We have two crewmates. One of us is a buddy from the beginning of the game, pretty much our ride or die friend. And the other is a cheeky little hacker with a turnip peeking out of her backpack. But you can't really see her now because I am kind of covering her sprite. But yeah, she's over there. And yeah, we are currently in crisis management mode because the ship is kind of falling apart. We need to find a data core, which we are going to trade for parts for our ship, so that we can escape a bounty hunter. Anyway, that's all my dice for this cycle. Time to take a nap. Okay. That's a lot of good dice. But Seraphim didn't get very good die. That's not good. Please, buddy, get a positive. Get a positive. Neutral. Better than nothing. Okay, be positive. Be positive. Be positive. Neutral. Well, surely next cycle we'll be able to seal this whole breach. In the meantime, let's keep exploring. Let's find that core. Blood type. Hmm. Positive and neutral. The lock is open. Time to move in. Derelict. Twisted planes and dark passages. The bridge of the derelict lies silent. The pale beams of your suit lamps catch rows of turbines and clouds of glittering dust. Wires wave like seaweed, and the whole scene appears as if underwater, chaotic but still. Junie glides past you, disturbing the dust and taking you by surprise as she does. She, she has been a stoic presence so far, but at this moment she seems drawn forward by some force of curiosity. You watch as she bats away the breeze and begins checking terminals. What you doing? Junie doesn't seem to hear you, or at least is ignoring you. She is already prying an access panel off one of the more intact looking terminals. As she does, puffs of rust color the vacuum around her red. Approach her. She turns back to the terminal and finishes prying off the plate. Then, quickly, she reaches inside, fishing around for something. Her hand comes back out with a waving cable toppled with a thick connector. As soon as she sees it, she slips in a keyboard-sized deck out of somewhere on her person. She runs her hand across the back until she finds the right port and slots in the connector. All of this happens in a few seconds. the routine practiced and precise. It is hard not to be impressed. Huh. So what does your player character actually look like? I'll be able to show you in a bit after this conversation, but they look a lot like they do in the first game. Like the classes you get to pick from are also like the exact same classes. The sprite is just a little different. But we kind of look like Sans Undertale. Night night, friends. All yours is cuties. No you. Good night, pie. Have a good rest. Have sweet dreams. Huh. Not your first Solheim ship? She glances at you, a nervous look on her face. Does she think you're accusing her of something? She shakes her head and goes back to her work. Junie's fingers dance across the deck's keyboard, and a burst of static lights up the Solheim terminal screen. The sudden burst of light and color takes you by surprise. Junie's fingers step away, the terminal screen flashing with blocks of color and lines of code. It buzzes and vibrates, its long dead systems forced back into chaotic life. Then, all at once, it goes dark. The terminal is dead. Shit, Junie hisses beneath her breath. Useless. You cannot tell if the insult is directed at the terminal or herself. There are plenty more, don't worry. She looks up at you, a confused expression on her face, and then scans around the bridge. I suppose. She pauses. But even from here, I cannot see most of them are less. I can see that most of them are less than scrap. The crate over the data core can't be far. She pushes off from the terminal, gliding away from you. I'll start looking. She calls back and heads to the other side of the bridge. Seraphim glides up beside you. Everything all right? What do you think of Julie? Kid? Seraphim shrugs. You know better than me, keeps to herself. He squints at her retreating form. Seraphim stretches in his suit. I have to admit, it's nice to be back working, especially now that we are the ones who will reap the benefits. He clasps you on the shoulder. Feels good to be taking our fate in our own hands. I know it's pretty rough there. I know it's pretty rough there, back on the Hexport. And out here, we're just likely to get shredded by debris as find the damn data core. But aren't you glad we made a break for it? He pauses, looks down, having asked the question almost by accident. I mean, I am. I just don't want to speak for you. I'm glad too. Seraphim smiles. You better be. I didn't give up that little dark side cupboard I was living in for nothing. He laughs at his own joke. Look, look. Seraphim checks his suit's wrist seals. Once we've got a bit space behind us, once we've gone the distance, if we manage to get that far, he furrows his brow. Don't feel you owe me. I'm no charity case. You want us to go our separate ways? Fine by me. Meets your eyes. Just do me a favor of telling it to my face. Hey, man, that won't happen. Seraphim nods, but doesn't respond. After a moment, he shines his torch out into the dark, checking the rows of terminals all across the bridge. You watch the glittering dust as it eddies in the beam. He sighs. Let's get to it. You watch as he crosses the bridge, his torch probing the dark corners. You feel a chill run through your body as you imagine the people that once ran the ship, the Solheim crew, surely long dead. What was it like here before the collapse, when the system was the jewel in Solheim's crown? It's impossible to know. That history is lost here. All you can do is pick what you can from their ruins. Hmm. Okay, derelict. Reboot the system. Check the pathways. Okay, yeah, this is where me and Junie come in. Reboot the system. Rather than hunting all passageways, rebooting selected sections of the ship's systems might reveal the data core's location as it responds. Yeah, that's a much better one. Junie, you're up. Nice. Neutral is safe. Hmm. Not sure I want to use my level 3 die. Hmm. Uh, I still have a lot of stress points to go. Nice. Okay, good. We've got 2 more cycles to be years. Let's make the most of it. Okay, Caravan, please get at least one positive effect. At least one. Please, buddy. Hell yeah. Nice. The whole breach halted. Now we can focus on the reboot without worrying about the ship collapsing. Junie, you're up. Oh shit, I just noticed the 2 level 1 die. Man, that's a lot of damage. This should be the last roll. Hell yeah. Finally, the location of the data core is identified. Now extracting it is all that remains. Data core cradle. Oh, are you kidding me? Ah. Oh man, that is a scary noise. Data core extraction. The core sits in a complex cradle made of many connections. Getting it out intact is a delicate act. Data core damage. The core is barely intact. Any mistake, no matter how small, could render it inoperable, making the contract null and void. Jeez, okay, we have to be careful with this. Hmm. Let me make a push and re-roll one of my dice. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. I re-rolled a 1 into a 1. Thank you, video game. Thank you. Very cool. Very awesome. Awesome sauce. Love to see it. Last cycle, we are out of supplies. If we keep going after this, everybody's gonna acquire more stress. But Junie has got some good rolls now. Just give me a second. She says. Pretty perfect. Nice, okay. Now I have some awesome rolls as well. Let's get this bread. Nice. It's over. The work is done. Thanks. Core conservation. Extract the core from the Solheim ship. Nice, I got an achievement for that. You watch nervously as Junie guides the core out of the cradle. A large ball, almost half your height in diameter. It glides out of the framework that held it. Connections waving loose and cut. Her breathing comes through the suit's palms, loud enough to be picked up, and it fills you with tense energy as you watch. Over the course of this job, you have seen Junie both focused and distracted, nervous and precise, but you have not seen her any more confident than in this moment now. She floats beside the data core, handling it with care and skill, as if it was the vast of some endangered bird. She glances up and sees you watching her, and you notice something unfamiliar in her eye. Something that you have perhaps seen in a passing moment before, only now it is no momentary lapse or change. It is set in place. You see determination. She guides the core a little away from you with one hand, and all the time, and, and at the same time comes forward, almost placing herself between you and her prize. And it does seem to be hers, in the way she handles it, the possessive way she screens it with her body. We need to talk. The statement comes flat and deadpan, any nervous tremble gone. Right now. What are you doing? Sleeper? She takes a deep breath. I want to be honest with you, but I need to know you won't take this from me. Junie glances around the cradle defensively, but Seraphine is already heading back to the ship to prepare the cargo bay for the core storage. You two are alone. Tell me, and we'll see. Fine, she folds her arms, but it's staying with me. Ashton doesn't deserve this drivel, Sleeper. Junie glances over her shoulder at the core. Do you know how many of these are left intact? She shakes her head. And all he wants to do is wipe it clean so he can use it to interface with export. All that data, gone. So what do you want? I want to extract the data, to make use of it. You see some genuine emotion flicker in her eyes. She sighs. After extracting the data, the core will be unusable. There's a security system that will fry it if data duplication is attempted. I can delay the security response long enough to copy the data, but after that, she trails off. You've done this before. She looks down. Yes. She meets your eye. This is why I came. Look at this place, Sleeper. She gestures to the cradle room, a dark and twisted cavern of long-dead tech. How many of these places are left? How many chances do we have to recover anything this old, this fragile? Like it or not, we live in Solheim's shadow, in the ruins. And yet we know nothing. What chance do we have of understanding how we got here when others like me, like Sennett's dad and Fonway, are descending on the system? What can we learn from the core? I don't know, Sleeper. That's the point. She gestures around herself. We could learn our history and how this system was settled. We could better learn the technology we build our lives on. We could uncover Solheim's crimes and seek to make amends. She looks at you with pleading eyes. We could see beyond survival towards something else. You have never heard Junie speak like this, and you realize what you have taken for nervousness was actually control. This Person in front of you defending a decaying data core with their life is the real Junie. But then you think of Lane, of the price he likely put on your and Seraphine's heads, and of the feed lines, without which leaving Hexport will be almost impossible. Is this even a choice? Take it from Junie and Gage. Explain about the feed lines. Junie listens carefully as you tell her about the deal with Carfen, the feed lines he offered you, and that both you and Seraphine are on the run. Then I'll help you. Junie doesn't flinch. We find another way to get those feed lines. Karsten is an idiot. I can hack his security and you can pull them out of there. Or Seraphine looks tough. Maybe you can grab them? She looks desperate. We can do it. We can do something. Don't you work for him? Junie glances away. Look, I knew you wouldn't take me if... I might have misled you there. I knew he knew where the derelict was, and I heard your conversation. I've been keeping an eye on him. I know I lied, but I can help you. Let me strip the data from the core, and I promise to help you get the feed lines. She meets your eyes with intensity. It's a lot of information to take in at once. You need a second to think. Well then. Already right off the bat, this game is giving me a proper moral dilemma. But there is a problem here. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I think the choice is obvious. But what I hate about this is that I don't have the option to clue Seraphine in on this. Like, I'm not the leader of our little group. I'm just here as part of the crew. Why do I get to make this decision behind Seraphine's back? Ah, man. Like, I just want to clue him in. And I would then try to convince him to take her up on her idea, because I like the idea of, like, you know, like she said she will help us. This isn't just us making a pure loss. This is actually us getting an ally and an alternate way to get those fuel lines. But no, I have to make this decision behind Seraphine's back. And games very, very often do this in order to then later down the line justify the character like betraying us or losing faith in us or striking out on their own. So I kind of hate this trope, but whatever. Complaining doesn't help. Let's do it. Thank you. Junie looks genuinely moved. This is a gift to all of us, Sleeper. I hope you will see it like that. Junie turns to the data core, quickly gathering one of its loose connectors. She takes out the deck and plugs it in, then crosses her legs and places it across them, floating tethered beside the core. Her fingers begin tapping at the keyboard, teasing out the core's data and whatever Solheim secrets it might contain. As she does, Seraphine enters. He braces himself in the entryway. What's she doing? Junie doesn't seem to notice. Destroying the core, emptying the data. I'll explain later. Emptying the data. She's doing what? Seraphine jumps to attention, but you put a hand on his shoulder. He eyes you suspiciously. I hope you know what you're doing, Sleeper. That's what taking out a hotspot. Junie will help us. Yes. If you say so. You both turn to watch Junie stripping the core of its secrets. A little while later, once the core has been emptied out and its defense mechanism has scorched its seams black, you watch the metallic sphere spinning gently in the room and wonder if you have just made a terrible mistake. Look, how about we take the dead core with us, we bring it to Karsten and tell him like it was already like this when I found it. Take it or leave it. Like maybe he won't give us the fuel lines, but he might still give us some kind of reward. Contract failed. Jeez, okay. Well then. At least let's go scrap some scrap metal. Ready when you are. That's how we do it. This is how we do it. Can't stop us, Sleeper. Awesome. Karsten is determined. Oh shit. There's a horrifying lurch. You are sent spinning through the bay you were crossing in a hail of debris. You watch as the side of the bay silently tears open in front of you, a gaping black maw toothed with flying debris. You stare into it, your breath heavy in your ears, your eyes wide. Suddenly you feel a tug on your back. You're tethered. You spin back from the sudden arrest of your glide. You see Seraphim holding onto the other end, reeling you towards him. We have to go, Sleeper. His voice comes urgently over the console. This place is done. You both make your way through the spitting derelict in silence, charting a path through what were once passages but are now twisted tubes, like the intestinal tract of some dead creature. Eventually, you make it out onto the surface and find the rig still tethered, but gashed with debris and scars. Ah shit, the rig got damaged? That's not good. You and Seraphim exchange concerned glances. We are going to pay for this. He looks over the damage. Let's hope she still flies. You tether together and push off from the hole, Seraphim guiding you through the debris. Below you, the derelict is exploding in slow motion, tearing apart into a swarm of razor-edged shards. It's sure as hell hope Junie is going to come through for us, Sleeper. You hear Seraphim on your private channel. Because if you gave her that core for nothing, then this contract was the biggest waste of time I've ever seen. It's gone. Junie's voice comes through faintly over the comms. She must already be in the ship. Thankfully, we got the core. No shit, Seraphim answers back. Contract's a bust. What a waste, Junie says quietly, and then the channel clicks off. You arrive at the rig's airlock and bundle yourself outside, noticing the exterior damage. It looks mostly superficial, but it will no doubt take its toll on the ship. Once you are back in the cockpit, you look out at the derelict's shattered form. It seems you will be its last visitors. Man, I did not expect a failed roll to give it. How much damage was that? 3? Man, fuck this. I never got so many failed rolls in this game as in the previous one. And like the numbers are still the same, it's just a 25% chance fail. My luck has been terrible. Like, time to skedaddle on out of here. Contract concluded. You can now travel back to the hub. Once you leave, you will not be able to return. Leave. Aren't Jesus frowns upon you today? Unfortunately. But hey, we made it out. There's not the kind of game that allows you to like try again. There literally is no save system. It is all auto-saved the moment you make a decision. So I gotta live with this. As you arrive into Hexport, Junie speaks up from the back of the cockpit. We're going to have to act fast if we want to take those feed lines. You and Seraphine exchange glances. You're both still getting used to this new Junie. We? Seraphine raises an eyebrow. Only one of us fried the core and stole all of its data. He shoots you a look. And for some reason, we'll let you. We can make this work. What I'm wondering, Sleeper, is why we have to. Seraphine looks infuriated. I don't think Karsten is going to take kindly to the idea that we brought someone pretending to work for him on a job and let her have his prize. He scoffs. Well, we don't have to tell him anything. Why are the characters posed like that? Are they floating in zero gravity? Yes, actually. It's an interesting thing that, like, I noticed since the first scene that everybody is just floating around. Nobody is walking. All of these stations are in zero G. And it makes sense because in the first game, the station we were on was a ring. It used rotational force to create artificial gravity. But these stations are just floating in space, doing their own thing. So there is no artificial gravity. Thus, everybody is floating around. He points at Junie like she's an object. Do you even know what she's up to? Junie looks between the two of you. Hexport hasn't exactly been kind to me. You two trusted me, even though I didn't deserve it. I'm not used to that. I want to repay it. Not to mention that Karsten is probably ripping you off. Even if you get enough Brio, what's to say you won't raise the price? Trust me, he's not good. I was trying to deal with Karsten to get those derelict coordinates from the moment I arrived here, and he ran me in circles. She shakes her head. Seraphine is watching her closely. Even if I do take you at your word, which, given everything, seems a little tough, how do we even do this? He raises an eyebrow. You are telling me we just drift in there and take those feed lines? Look, I get it. You don't trust me. She pauses. But what if I have a vested interest in this working out? There's nothing left for me here, and I don't much like hanging around waiting for Karsten to figure out my involvement in all this. I need safe passage. You need the feed lines. You need the feed lines to grant it. She allows herself a smile. See where I'm going with this? Seraphine sighs. I don't like it. He pauses. But it makes sense. What do you think, Sleeper? We all get something. I like it. Now, let's stay pragmatic. We all get something. Exactly, Junie smiles. Let me prepare. I'll head to Factory Row, scope the place out. Meet me there, and we can work out a plan. She glances between the two of you. Trust me, we can find a way. We'll keep it simple, clean. Simple is good. Agreed, Seraphine cuts in. His dark look betrays his concerns. I'll go scope out the bay we need in Factory Row. We should split it. Less likely for Cashton to suspect us. Meet me there in a few, and we can finish setting up. Junie unclips from her seat, floating. I want to show you I can be trusted. That we can do this. She looks between the two of you. Believe that, please. And with that, she slips away down the passage, towards the airlock and hexport beyond. You look at Seraphim. I'm saying nothing, Sleeper. He unclips his seat. He unclips from his seat too. Either this is the kind of mess you have to go through to get to the other side, or it's the kind that you never escape. Either way, we're in it now. He leaves the cockpit. You stare at the chaotic lights of Hexport and wonder if anything in the starboard belt ever runs smoothly. Holy shit! Holy shit, he's one cycle away! What? We are screwed. Oh, this is bad. Oh my gosh, we need to get away this very cycle. What the heck? It was at half. It was at half when I left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The number after 6, number of cycles. Oh man, we are so fucked. Oh jeez. Oh boy, okay. First things first, I need something to eat. Eat at the canteen. Oh, and we are out of supplies too, isn't that lovely? Well, I don't know who this Lane is, but he sounds very bad. Yeah, he's like a legendary bounty hunter. Not only that, he is very angry at us because he made like we basically escaped from him from like a slavery contract we had with him. The way he conducts his business is he hunts sleepers, and every time he catches one, he gives them a choice. Either they work for him, do odd jobs for him, or he turns them in to the corporation that sent him after the sleeper. And we were basically doing odd jobs for him. And Seraphim was also doing odd jobs for him, and he basically owns like a criminal enterprise. Like he's got a gang of goons all breathing down people's necks. Me and Seraphim escaped, but in the process, I kinda lost my memory. So now all I remember is that Lane is fucking scary. So scrap the contract part, it's just slavery and extortion. Yeah, pretty much. Like he calls it a business. He calls it like he even described it as a good deal. When he caught us trying to like sever our ties with him, he was straight up disgusted with us. So yeah. Man, okay. So, oh man, we need to do these. Okay, hack security, observe target. Leaving Junie to the hacking and covertly observing Karsten will be the quickest and riskiest way to scope out the security. Junie needs help to create a backdoor into Karsten's security system so she can deactivate them when the time is right. A positive outcome. Karsten cracked. He's cracked, yo. He's cracked, chat. Neutral outcome. Shit. Oh, come on. Oh my lord, we. Oh no. Oh, please give me at least. We need one positive and one neutral. On, come on, come on. Positive. Okay, okay. Please, it's a number one. Oh my gosh, it's a 50-50. Oh gosh, please, please work out. This is my last chance. I have no idea what happens when Lane shows up, but it's not gonna be good. Come on, come on. Fuck! We're screwed. I had so many cycles of time, and I wasted them all. I shouldn't have done that other contract. I should have gone straight to the to the derelict. Oh, oh, sugar biscuit. Oh, man. Let me grab a snack in case I need the energy to fight them off or something. Contract board. Nope. Warehouses. One roll is all we needed. Oh man. On the run. You've put some distance between you and Lane, but you are sure that he'll close the gap as soon as he is able. Oh, fuck. Rig engine. Oh, shit. And cycle. I hope it's not gonna be him. I hope it's going to be like some goons or something. Seraphim wakes you gently. Sleep. We're out of time. He shakes the doors to the bunk, and you hear a faint banging in the corridor beyond. He turns back and meets your eye. They're here. You have to go. Seraphim holds up a finger. Why do you think I'm waking you up? They've locked the ship into the station. Seraphim grimaces. We can't release the docking bridge. Our credentials are being refused. We're trapped. A sudden banging echoes through the ship. Seraphim looks away towards the source of the sound. I don't know if they know we're here, but they certainly want to get in. He shakes his head. I reckon we have minutes before they get to the cotton torch. What do we do? The feed lines are a bust. They aren't going to happen now. Our best chance is to burn out of here fast as we can, and hope our drift takes us to a station when we run out of fuel. At least we might live a few more cycles before we starve. Problem is, we need to release the lock and support Hesperus. Otherwise, we aren't going anywhere. Seraphim looks down. And I need to pilot the ship. So, what I'm saying is, they have to release the lock. Exactly. I'm sorry, Sleeper. He gives you a hard look. A dark look. There are some big manual release levers inside the docking bridge itself. But to get them, you're going to have to go through the airlock. He swallows hard. Once you do that, you'll need to get back in as the docking bridge releases. He grimaces. If you mess it up, you're likely to be sent spinning into the black. Is that our only choice? But for coming out with our hands on our heads, yeah, that's our only choice. You nod. There is nothing else to be said. Time is up, and this is what it has come down to. I'll be at the controls, waiting. Seraphine gives you a nervous look. The moment you're back in the airlock, I'll burn hard. He clasps you by both your shoulders and looks you in the eye. Then, without saying anything, he releases you and glides out of the room. You drift down the airlock as quickly as quietly as you can, slipping into a suit for protection. At least you think as you secure the seals. You don't need to breathe. The banging subsides, and you hope the hunters have left, even though you know this is only the quiet before the storm. You take a moment, waiting inside the airlock as it cycles. The second the exterior door begins to open, you go. As you dash out of the airlock, the scene in front of you appears as if it's slow motion. You see two figures a little way down the docking bridge, wearing dark spacesuits, a canister being carried between them. Meanwhile, floating between you and them is a heavy-duty cutting torch, knocked spinning by the opening airlock door. You can see the release levers in yellow hazard stripe, just beyond the hunters. You know you are lucky, and you know you only have a moment to make your move. Cut the bridge. Rush for the levers. There's a chance to fuck this up. Neutral. Okay, good. You shift your position, trying to aim for one lever before kicking off hard and stretching out, making yourself as small a target as possible. The two hunters try to grab you as you pass, but by spinning away from them, struggling through their reaching arms. As you do, you reach out to the lever, stretching out your fingertips to wrap around its end. You clasp the head of the lever, and the momentum wrenches it out of its housing, the whole bridge rumbling and twisting as the one slide comes loose. As you kick off to the other side and use all your force to pull the other lever open, you feel the fizz of projectiles slicing through the air around you. The hunters are firing. A scream blocks out all sound, and you feel an urgent pull tugging you away from the ship. The tunnel bends sickeningly and then comes apart. You are close enough to the ship that you manage to kick back, away from the twisting storm of debris that the tunnel becomes. You see the dark suits of the hunters among it, retreating towards the station side airlock. But as they do, a hail of projectiles slices across the void from their direction. You have no time to react. They broke my dice! Oh, those a-holes! You are carried backward by the hunter's stun rounds, their impact shutting off whole sections of your frame. You spin towards the open airlock, your vision flashes with warning sigils, and you feel a distant throbbing pain. The final faint thing you feel, before you lose consciousness, are the impacts of your body against the interior wall of the airlock, the hiss of the cycling system, and the heavy weight of the ship in full burn. Oh, we're leaving the station! Shit, we left Junie behind. Well, then that sucks. Maybe we can get back at some point. What the? Seraphine's quiet question wakes you from your haze as the rig cuts across the belt. You try to move and feel a wave of flickering pain through your body. You flinch and steady your nerves. You find yourself strapped into the seat of the cockpit. Seraphine doesn't seem to have noticed you are awake. You open your mouth to speak, but no words came out. There is a crackle of noise that echoes through the ship's comms. Seraphine is glancing nervously at his console. Something has him spooked. Sleeper. The voice is distorted as it cuts through you. Lane! What? Oh, shit. Lane. Relentless, cruel, and on your trail. I know you were there. A hissing pause. You're slipping away. A squawk of noise. We can't have that. You don't understand why Seraphine isn't reacting to the sound of Lane's voice. Then you realize he can't hear it. The voice is in your head. I take this personally, Sleeper. A sharp intake of breath. After all my investment, all my care expended upon you, this is how you repay me. You see a little something glinting out there. Could that be you? You don't move. You don't breathe. All you hear is Lane's voice. Something shifts in you. A sudden impetus. A will to move that is not your own. You unclip from your restraint, drifting forward towards Seraphine. Seraphine looks over his shoulder and sees you. You're up. You look surprised. Take it slow, right? There's a transmission coming out of export. Some kind of evacuation order. He turns back to his console. Let me check this. You keep moving forward. Something isn't right. You don't feel right. A numbness grows in your body, your fingers flexing without your input. You reach out towards Seraphine. No, not you. Something reaches out to Seraphine through you. He turns again to see you reaching for him, grasping at his neck. A tension flickers in its eyes. Fear. A hissing silence, then a rumbling blast. All at once the rig screams, system seizing in electromagnetic paralysis. All at once the rig shifts, carried on some shockwave of light. Pain, then darkness. Whew, how dare you run away when I was such a good slave owner? What a big damn baby. Yeah. Lane is freaking awful. Okay, but that is scary. Does Lane have a direct... can Lane directly control my body? That's scary. And his first instinct is to strangle Seraphine? Jeez. Unknown, a vast and dark interior. Voices echo warmly through your mind. You can't quite make out what is being said, and any attempt to focus causes a growing flare of pain. So you let them fill the air, unidentifiable and soft. You are floating, and so you cannot yet feel your body or its weight. The feeling is pleasant, soothing, and yet the moment you realize this, it begins to fade. Pain shoots through your system, a reminder of the terrible damage you have suffered. It is bright, white hot for a moment, then it is gone. Something spasms in your fingers, and you flick it away. A sensation crosses the sole of your foot, and you kick your leg. A weight settles itself in your chest. You are awake. You open your eyes to light playing across a surface patterned with stained cushioning. Ah, we made it somewhere. Wait, this is dark side, isn't it? The station we escaped from. Let's hope it's not. I think we can agree that if Lane can die, that... Oh my gosh, thank you for the raid, Mason!
Raid!
Oh my god, hey, how you doing? The Citizen Sleeper player characters don't seem much like fighters. Most of them, yeah. Most of them really are just people making do. Puppy raid, yeah, it's awesome. Thank you so much for the raid. How you doing? How you doing? What are you playing? One moment, let me give you a shout out, buddy boo. It's good. That's great to hear. Shout out, Mason. That is a long ass number. 420 69 420. I just realized what it is. Oh my gosh. There's the shout out. Enjoy. Anyway, back to what Ren was saying. I think we can agree that if Lane can die, he does, right? Just no mercy. As many bullets to the skull as it takes. Yeah, if the game will let me. I don't think the first game ever gave me the ability to actually kill someone, so yeah. This Lane is supposedly on a shooter game protagonist level. Yeah, pretty much. Like in this universe, just having a gun puts you above so many people. Bob was playing Arena Breakout and Delta Force. Ooh, fun stuff, fun stuff. That being said, we are going to end the stream soon because it's already the time when me and my group were supposed to get together to watch for the watch party. So we're gonna be ending the stream once I get to a safe position. You're awake. You open your eyes to light playing across a surface patterned with stained cushioning. You are alone. The voice is replaced by the hum of air cycling, the distant clank of maintenance systems. You are alone. This is not your ship. You jerk upwards, against the straps that hold you loosely to the berth, suddenly confronted with the last thing you remember, an overwhelming numbness, and below it, an insipid animating force creeping through your mind. You pull at the straps and free yourself, floating up into the small habitation, cushioned and worn, your mind racing. What happened? You surge back and remember only Seraphine's shouts, the sudden acceleration of the rig, and then darkness. A chill runs through you. Cold light fills the room, and you float over to the dark square of the window. You see stars, and bright pinpricks of drive trails, and skeletal dog cages. This is a station. A sudden hiss draws your attention to the door, which slides open with a puff of equalizing pressure. Shit, it's Bliss! She made it! She made it! Holy shit, this is so cool! For those of you who don't know, this is a character from the first game, and she was bald. Actually, wait, no, not she. The Bliss is they. Yeah, Bliss. Yeah. And they were bald in the first game, but now they have hair. Awesome. See you again, Bliss. Wait, if Bliss is here, that means Ankita might also be here. Oh, hell yeah, now I'm excited. The entering figure jumps as they see you are awake. You're up? They hesitate in the doorway. Who are you? They laugh nervously. Right. We didn't meet. They glance back out of the doorway, as if looking for help. I'm Bliss. They shrug, not sure what to add. Your friend, is Seraphim? Is out. Sorry, he brought you here. Here? They nod slowly. This is my room. They glance around. Not much, I know. We are in my repair bay on the far spindle, if you know where that is. In the belt? Yeah. They smile sympathetically. And the belt. They look around the room again. Oh, come on. Let's get somewhere a little more comfortable. They hold up a hand. You are safe. Don't worry. You follow them out into the corridor, gliding behind them. They move with the ease of someone who was either born in zero G or has spent most of their life in it. Yes, they sure have. They guide you to an enclosed balcony where heavily scratched, thick acrylic windows look out into a chaotic looking vet dock. At the center of the dock is the rig, scratched and worn, but still your ship. It's a reassuring sight. So, what happened? Your ship. Bliss pauses. You were lucky I heard your distress signal. You sense they are holding something back. I guess that expensive long range array I was tricked into buying finally paid off. They laughed to themselves. Well, at least for someone. You were out cold when I got there, and have been for all the cycles since. Your friend wasn't in great shape either, but he bounced back real fast. Seraphim! Oh, and he's actually wearing his clothes now. Slay. And yeah, he looks different. Way different. Troubled, stubborn, and on the run. I make a habit of doing that. Servant's voice makes you spin around. Good to see you up. Can't suppress a smile. She's real. He smiles. Don't stop fussing over me, sleeper. I'm good. Your eyes fall to Seraphine's bandaged abdomen. He notices and pulls the jacket over his wound. Certainly looks better than when you came in. You should have seen. Bliss abruptly stops after Seraphine glares in their direction. Here. Seraphine pulls a few chits out of his pocket. Catch. He slings them over to Bliss. That's all I could get for now. Working in your condition? Seraphine sighs. Please, I'm fine. Bliss looks at you apologetically. I know what it looks like, but I'm sorry, I can't work for free. Keeping this place going is bad enough. I get it. Seraphine nods. We're just thankful you told us in. We're on freeloaders. Bliss looks between the two of you. I'll let you two catch up. I'm glad you're awake. We were worried. They pat you on the shoulder and glide back down the corridor. With Bliss gone, silence descends on you and Seraphine, both of you unsure what to say. So, what happened? What do you remember? He looks at you with concern. I remember Lane. Seraphine grimaces at the mention of his name. Lane? He shakes his head. Seraphine looks out at the rig. He takes a breath, steeling himself for what he has to say. Export is. He clears his throat. It's gone. He flinches. Wait, what? What do you mean, gone? It's gone. Seraphine catches your eye. Dropped off the map. No signals, apart from one sent from fleeing ships. He frowns. I don't know what happened. No one does. Fuck, does that mean Junie is dead? Shit! Fuck! Man, I was one roll, one cycle away from taking her with me. Damn this game. She could have been a crewmate too, man. Ah. Your mind skips, unable to focus on the information you have just been told. You think of the constant activity of the bends, the rumble of a factory row. Karsten, gone. By the time Bliss reached us, we had drifted out of range. They couldn't have seen it go up, but I saw Sleeper. Something exploded. White hot. He rubs his arms, suppressing a shiver. A moment later, the shockwave was on us. The rig was crippled. Engine kept firing, but guidance went offline, sending us arcing out across the belt. He drops a hand inside his jacket, pressing against the bandage on his side. I managed to get her under control, but not before we started spinning. My restraints came loose, and you weren't even strapped in, so we both got scrambled. He smiles a weak smile. Felt like being trapped in an auto wash. How does he know what an auto wash is? There are no automobiles in space. He turns back to you. I'm impressed you made it, to be honest. A flesh and blood human would have been smashed to pieces. He goes silent, the image a little too raw for him to continue. Could it be to do with us? Seraphin shrugs. Guess this is good in mine. Would Lane do something like that? It doesn't make sense. What the hell is that letter? Is that a U or a Lee? Oh, it's a U, right. Oh my gosh, Nya speech now? Really? Okay, Nya. I guess I have no choice, Nya. One moment, Nya. 5 minutes, right, Nya? Okay. There we go, Nya. Utsubla is a gang, Nya. They run dark side, Nya. They don't go around blowing up stations, Nya. All anyone is seeing is the breeze and radiation, Nya. I picked up a lot of ship transponders before the rig went offline, Nya. Maybe some people got out, Nya. He stops, unable to add anything more, Nya. Man, I hope Junie made it out at least, Nya. And maybe Karsten. It was fun doing his Russian accent, Nya. You both float in silence for a moment, Nya. So, we lost our tail, Nya? Seems like it, Nya. He looks away, Nya. At least that shockwave would have burned our trail out of the belt for now, Nya. We already owe Bliss for the work they did on the rig, Nya. But it isn't finished yet, Nya. A few more cycles, I've been told, Nya. Bliss won't hold us hostages, but I don't like to skip out without paying, even if we could get the rig started up, Nya. He rubs his necklace between his fingers, Nya. Bet karma, Nya. Beyond that, we need work, Nya. Food, Nya. Supplies, Nya. And we need to make sure you're okay, Nya. He counts off the issues on his fingers. After that, Nya, I haven't heard of anyone coming after us, Nya. Even if they did, they'd have to come through the hexport, Nya. Or what's left of it, Nya. The far spindle is way out of Lane's territory anyway, Nya. They call this bit of the belt the Wash, and the stations here run differently to Darkside, Nya. So, for now, we have some freedom, Nya. He sighed, Nya. Freedom to go broke, starve, and get into even more trouble, that is, Nya. In all honesty, I was hoping you might have some ideas, Nya. He pats you on the shoulder, Nya. Let's look for a contract, Nya. I want to explore the place, Nya. Far spindle, Nya. There's plenty to see, Nya. This is a free station, Nya. No one faction holds control, so it's quite a circus, Nya. Just watch your step out there, Nya. Look, Sleeper, I'm not sure I can work right now. Nya. I just got kicked out of a salvage yard for passing out on the job, Nya. Even if the pain meds I've been able to, even with the pain meds I've been able to scare up, yeah. Jeez, don't worry about it, buddy. Take some rest. Yeah. I can fly, that's for sure, yeah. But you're going to need some crew if you want to do any serious work, yeah. I'm sorry, yeah. Don't be, yeah. Thanks, Sleeper, yeah. I'm going to take a rest on this rig. I'm wiped, yeah. You look out at the rig as he leaves. The warmth and softness of your waking moments now feel like a distant memory, yeah. Is this what you wanted, yeah? Freedom, yeah? A chance to work for yourself, not Lane, yeah? Well, here it is, yeah. With all the problems and complications you could imagine. And at what cost, yeah? Could Lane have wiped out the Hexport just to try and hurt you, yeah? You shiver at the thought. But if not Lane, then whom, yeah? Theories cloud your mind, yeah? Dwell on them, yeah? Could it have been Conway, yeah? A drone or mine drifting starward, yeah? Senate stat, perhaps, with some plan to weaken the belt, yeah? Or a belt faction attempting to flip the board by intent or mistake, yeah? The belt had considered itself safe from the war brewing in the inner system, yeah? But now, export's loss will be felt across the starboard belt, yeah? But what does that mean to you, yeah? Your needs are much more immediate, apparent, yeah? Those must come, those must come first, yeah? You run your hands along your body, feeling the marks and holes left by the hunter's weapons, and you know that in the moment you have been irreparably damaged by the encounter, Nya. You realize these scars are reminders, Nya. You will not be caught like that again. You swear it, Nya. You take a breath. Time to make a plan, Nya. Tutorial. You've gained some glitch, Nya. Okay, I can talk normally now. You've gained some glitch. Glitch is a penalty you gain from repairing dice and from Lane's attempts to hack your system. Oh, okay, that confirms it. He is literally hacking into me. Your current level of glitch is represented by the glitch clock on the right of your dice. You can have a maximum of 6. Each level of glitch you gain will increase your chance of rolling a glitch die at the end of the cycle. Each time you roll a glitch die, you clear 1 level of glitch. Also, I have to use my glitch die. A glitch die has a 80% chance of a negative outcome when used, and a 20% chance of a positive outcome. Geez, so that is like a 0. Like, it's not a one-sided die, it's a 0-sided die. The glitch clock tracks your level of glitch, and indicates if you have a chance of rolling a glitch die. Ah, well, that sucks. That sucks major balls, holy. Oh, this is a big station. Way bigger than I expected. But yeah, as interesting as that was and is, we are we have been playing for long enough. It's time to call it a day. So let's go back to the main menu and let's see who we can rate today. So Twitch, Twitcheroo. Ooh, Jay is live. Rexy is playing that game. Hmm. Hmm. I don't like that game. uh, is it weird? Do you ever feel like you hate a game for ripping off another game that you used to like but don't like anymore? Like, by all accounts, you should be happy that a game is doing the thing that you used to like about the game you don't like anymore, but for some reason you just feel offended on the game's behalf, even though you don't play it anymore. Yeah, that's how I play. That's how I feel right now. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, Typicatly is playing. What the hell is that? Looks like a horror game, maybe. Evie is playing Minecraft. Rally is drawing. Freya is playing Dead by Daylight, and Fiwawa is playing Minecraft. Oh, she's only got one view. Okay, let's go raid Fiwawa. She deserves some views. Sorry, what game are you offended on behalf of? Genshin. Feel free to laugh at me. Anyway, yeah, let's go raid Fiwawa. Raid Fiwawa. Look, you don't want me to get into a raid about Genshin. Not raid. You don't want me to go on a rant about Genshin. I used to love that game. Now, not so much. Fiwawa. Okay, that is how you spell it. Yeah, I get falling out of love with a live service game. Yeah, happens a lot to me actually. But yeah, raid Fiwawa. Raid created. I'm a dip out. All right, that's fair. Same goes for everybody. If you want to join the raid, feel free to, but there is no obligation to. We are just trying to spread the love. Fiwawa is fun. She's a doggo. She deserves the follows. Anyway, thank you all so very much for watching, for being here. We're gonna be playing some more Citizen Sleeper in the upcoming days, but I'm probably gonna have a modeling stream tomorrow, so look forward to that. Thanks for the stream, Finn. Have a nice day. No you. Everybody in chat, please have a nice day. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Anybody new here, please join the Discord server. And yeah, that's everything. This has been Avalophinus von Kreutz, and I am taking my leave. Bye bye, Rand. Bye bye, Mick. Bye bye, Mason. Bye bye, bye. Bye bye, everybody.